Hello, it's week 5 of Board Game News. I had to look up the fact that it's week 5, which means I'll probably stop counting because I can't keep count anymore. Vital Lacerda's remake of his game CO2 Second Chance, has just hit Kickstarter, and he's yet again collaborating with nothing less than our favourite board game artist Ian O'Toole, and an example of his work you can see right here on our wall. In CO2 you will play as companies that are desperately trying to reduce the emissions of CO2 before it is too late, and Vital hopes to teach us about this subject by producing tens of thousands of wooden pieces. Silliness aside, if there ever was a designer that could teach you about a subject through a board game, that designer is Vital, but be prepared for a complex game with a lot of moving parts. And if you already own the original CO2, you can look forward to a new, fully cooperative mode, also streamlining to some rules, and finally being responsible for recycling your old copy. Isaac Childress, designer of Gloomhaven, has been discussing on Board Game Geek that he started work on the expansion for Gloomhaven, a standalone expansion that will have at least as much content as the original. And if box size is anything to go by, and if the second one is anything like the original, I will finally be able to complete that living room / kitchen partition that I've been working on for so long with just those 2 boxes. Although Isaac did also mention that it won't see light of day at least until 2019. I need building material, Isaac. Please work faster. Horrible Games have announced that they're working on a narrative interactive experience, not a game, an experience tied together with a deck building mechanism. According to the blurb on Board Game Geek, The King's Dilemma will feature branching storylines and many different multiple endings. Personally, I'm looking forward to the ending where the king is replaced with a monkey, the currency is replaced with bananas, and the debates are settled by flinging feces at each other. Isn't it fun when board games depict current events? Ravensburger and Alea have announced more details for the upcoming competitive legacy-style Eurogame, The Rise of Queensdale. Here at NPI we're a little bit fatigued by competitive legacy-style Eurogames, but if we think there's a design duo that can make it work, that design duo is definitely Inka and Marcus Brand, the masterminds behind the Exit Escape the Room game series and also The Village. And most importantly, it looks like finally Alea paid attention to our criticisms of their component quality, especially in our 2017 review of Castles of Burgundy, which you should go and watch. Basically, there's a plunger in the game, and I've got about 10 jokes written down here on this script, but Elaine's vetoed all of them, and that's probably just for the best. The plunger is not only pink and adorable, but it also serves a practical function. You see, the board of Rise of Queensdale has 2 sandwiched cardboard layers, and the top layer features removable hexes. But you see, the problem is that the hexes are so flush together that you actually need to use the plunger to take them out. I'm really sorry, Elaine. I couldn't stop myself. God, I'm horrible, aren't I? Blue Orange Games have announced an expansion for the Spiel des Jahres 2017 winner, King Domino, Age of Giants, in which sadly you don't get giant domino pieces, you just get dinky pieces of actual giants. In this week's celebrity segment, where we invite an actual celebrity to discuss this week's news together with us in an entirely yet again redecorated interview room, we have British host Adrian Charles. Adrian, did anything strike your fancy? Do you like the look of anything?
Can't look at it. I just find it awful.
Well, do you know what, Adrian? You don't look so hot yourself, if I'm honest. And that's been this week's news. Subscribe and tune in for next week's news.